Tremaine Edmonds. He had a healthy stat line a week ago with 9
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now Howell.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Herbert now on the option. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just 1 start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
Dropping this underneath with Herbert.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
The numbers from McLaurin a week ago. 4 catches, 92 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now Howell throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. Jones on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On first down, Howell over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
That play reminds you that the rich got richer as the league's best rushing offense added Johnson in the draft. Spent his college career in the shadow of teammate Bijan Robinson in Texas, which hid the fact that Johnson is quite capable of shouldering an offense.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Fields. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. Touchdown! Tyler Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to stretch out their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. Stiff-armed him. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields now to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's Fields now on second down. Pass incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realizes he has support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1, and that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here we go with Johnson. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now he'll look to throw it. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because...
Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Santos with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Howell throwing again after the pick 6. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Howell's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done.
And now here is another interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Throw left side complete. That's more. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Now Fields.
He's got it. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
To the air again, Fields.
He gets it left side to Johnson.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. We'll get things started.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go to Johnson again.
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Fights through it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. This is caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, 29 yards. And the Bears have opened the lead up to 30. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Howell. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, Howell now. His throw incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Howell. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So the ball... on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're
nowhere to go here? He lost the football.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Powell throwing on third down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the gun on third down, Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
Sly able to put this one through.
And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throw left side complete to Scott. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I'm eager to see how they use Scott in their offense, because this is a sprinter in pads out there. Out wide, in the slot, from the backfield, wherever. Each touch is a potential big play with him. And in this case, it was a first down.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle is made at Washington's 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Handoff running left, Foreman. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent. As he
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. It's Howe with another throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second down and 6. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Howell down to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Off play action. It's Howell. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw, Howell. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6. At the Commanders' 18-yard line.
Foreman powering ahead. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Now the Washington offense heading out. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down.
At the 28-yard line.
And Howe will throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Howe, he'll look to throw it. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Here's Jones on the return.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.